actually heading to Starbucks because I need to do a little bit of work, and it's more admin work, kind of office-y work, and I actually find it difficult to do a ton of heavy computer work in the studio. And I guess it's because I spend so much of my time in the studio in a creative place that when I need to work on curriculum, or when I need to really focus, and I've tried the Pomodoro timers and all of that, and when I get to Starbucks, I'll put on a Pomodoro timer, but I have found that going somewhere, like actually removing myself from the studio, does a really good job. It just helps keep me focused, and I don't get distracted nearly as easily as I do otherwise, like in the studio. I think it's important to kind of recognize the things that might be standing in the way of your productivity, the resistance. Stephen Pressfield in his book calls it, in his book War of Art, he calls these things resistance, the things that become barriers that keep you doing what you need to be doing, whether it's riding or whether it's doing some focused computer work. And so for me, it's getting out of the studio. I work really hard to make sure that the studio feels like a nice place. I like being in there, but some days I'll spend 12 to 14 hours straight in the studio. And so I think it's important to recognize where those resistance places might be, the things which are keeping you from doing what you need to do. And for me, it's being in the studio. It's keeping me from doing the not as fun part of the job. When I'm at the coffee shop, like I said, I've just found it much easier to do the work. So I mentioned the Pomodoro technique, and if you're not familiar with it, and I think the word Pomodoro, I think is Italian for tomato, maybe. And the idea is that you set a timer for 25 minutes and you work really focused, like focused work for 25 minutes, and then you take a 5-minute break. And then you work again for 25 straight minutes and then take a break. And that's the gist of it. So we'll actually set a timer to do that. And I find that it keeps me focused, and if I'm ever running out of creative energy, then I can take a peek at the timer and say, okay, I've only got 6 minutes left, or I only got 10 minutes left, and I can do anything for another 10 minutes. But without the Pomodoro technique, you just think, okay, I've got a 2-hour block to work, and I'm hitting a wall or something. And you might, I don't know, you might allow yourself to get distracted, or you might get demotivated. But with the Pomodoro, you're never more than 25 minutes away from a break. And I find that to be very refreshing and helpful when you're feeling, like I said, when you're feeling kind of stuck. I like that guy's glasses. Looks like he might have been a Zenny man. Those reds. I'm almost picked up the red frames. Thing is, I don't have a lot of red shirts. In fact, I think I have exactly one red shirt that it would match. Speaking of, here we are. Nice ride, really nice ride. Where do I want to put my bike? I'm gonna put it right there. What I want to do is park outside, or stay outside. All right, and there she is. Yeah, really fun bike. Really like it a lot.